Let's do this.
Alright, talk then. Say something. So, fucking aliens, eh?
Can we talk about bears for a bit?
Do you reckon? No. This is a serious question.
Go on.
Do you reckon advanced aliens, with all of their technology and everything, if they landed,
What technology do they have?
fucking like, you don't want to know, but like, do you reckon if they landed that they would be scared of bears?
Yes.
Do you reckon?
This is a good question, to be fair.
What is it that makes us scared of bears? Is it only evolution, or is there something inherently scary?
Teeth, mate.
Yeah.
No, but is that only evolutionary, or is there something inherently scary about bears?
No, it's what we were taught as kids when we were growing up.
Nah, that's
Taught-
scary.
taught-
No, I don't even think it's taught. I think it's like evolutionary. We've evolved to be scared of like large predatory animals which could kill us. But do you think that that's a universal thing? Like sharp, jagged, loud, big, fast. Everything is scared of that? Or do you think you have to be exposed to either years of evolution or whatever?
Yeah, I'd say years of evolution.
It's hard to answer the question when you can only gauge 50% of the things or parties involved.
True.
I've never seen an alien. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
what is
they've
an
been
alien?
exposed
What
to
if the
these
alien
things.
is just a bear, but like 10 times bigger?
Yeah.
You're just nah.
What
Just
if bears are aliens?
Also likely.
could
What if
be.
we're aliens?
They're just morphing into other like animals and living things,
But what if bears...
like me.
Do you reckon anyone's tested to check if bears are aliens?
Why don't we ask ChatGPT who would win, an alien or a bear? And a bear?
I reckon it would give your response. It depends
Do you
on the
reckon
alien.
ChatGPT is an alien?
I reckon it's a bear.
No, I don't think it's as advanced. I don't think it is an alien, but I think AI could be alien.
Ad
Right,
break.
it's just... Fag break.
Ad break.
Ad break. This is our sponsor, Athletic Greens.
Turns out they'll sponsor anybody.
Hey, do you want? I take it every day. Feels so good.
Yep.
I
It's
actually
true.
do take it every day, to be fair.
Do you actually have it?
Yeah.
But how much they pay you to say that?
Yeah.
They give me 50p.
Where's my split? What are we saying? Oh yeah, ChatGPT. No. I mean, AI is basically as close to alien as we have so far. As in, like,
Yeah.
I've saw this on another podcast, but it's like, it's non-biological evolutionary intelligence. So it's as close to alien intelligence as we've seen so far, unless you're the American government
Or Chinese government.
or Chinese government.
I don't
Have you
know.
seen what they're doing in China with AI? Have you seen that AI school?
No.
I saw this on this like small little niche podcast. I think it's Joe Rogan. I don't know if you've heard of it. Yeah, it's good. This guy from Texas, he lives in Texas. Yeah, he's got this guy called Jamie that helps him out. Fastest Googler in the West.
Anyway, tell me more about this AI China thing.
Yeah, AI school. They put headbands on the kids, and it shows if they're paying attention or not.
Oh, that's
It reads
fucking
their
horrible.
neurons, and then it tells them whether or not they're paying attention. So for
In
me,
school?
the thing would just
Oh.
break. And they plug it into like a computer, and they read the analytics and tell you like which kids are focusing, which kids aren't.
That's disgusting.
And other things.
That's
Yeah, I
horrible.
did see a clip on YouTube about that, but it wasn't China. It was like something about, I think it might even been the World Economic Forum or something. And they posted a video about how it's going to be to work in the future, and all of your thoughts and attention will be tracked so that you can be like reminded to stay on task, which is literal like slavery.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I'll just
But
like,
then
live
if
in
you-
I'll go live in Alaska. That's what I'll do.
But what if the bears get those things as well?
Oh, fucking hell.
Jesus.
And the bears, they're plugged in and they know you're sleeping. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you.
From my gathering about listening to it and stuff, I think AI is similar to like the mycelium for the like fungi and mushrooms and stuff. I think it's similar neural networks connecting, and I think the neural network in our brain is similar to the mycelium as well, and we're just creating like this neural network that is greater than like anything we can imagine, and it's all connected. That's what I think. What do you think about that?
What do you mean all connected? Like, what do you mean all
Everything's
connected?
connected.
As in,
I don't know, to like this greater purpose. That's my feeling.
I mean, to be honest, we do. I mean, that's just a fact in a way, right? Like what's that fucking Carl Sagan quote or whatever? We are just the universe observing itself. Like,
oh yeah.
we are the exact same organic
Yeah.
matter that makes up mushrooms, that makes up the silicon that is in
Yeah.
that the fucking AI, whatever the chips they're on. I can't act like I know about this shit, but I mean, yeah, we are. There is obviously a bigger picture, but whether or not you believe
binded
that,
together, but it's like becoming more apparent through like, I think it's an easy like reference, like thinking about mycelium and neural networks. I think that's a deeper connection. That's a part.
but
of
it's
it.
like, I don't think you can dispute that we're all the same shit.
Yeah.
If you really go down to like
Matter.
bare minimum, like matter itself. But do you believe that there's like a grand purpose or a grand like director leading, even if it's not even if it's not a god in like any
bear.
sense, or a fucking
Or a bear.
well sweet bear, but if it's like just
bear.
even some like the same driving force of evolution, just basically like trial and error and survival, like is there some path that like we're almost destined to take, or is it just luck of the draw?
I feel like we're destined to make this podcast, that's for sure. Early days yet, but this feels like this is a fine start.
All those neural networks and fucking AI has led us to this path.
If I've got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Sad.
Forgetting about subject matter and contract size, if you could pick 3 products on the market to sponsor the ad because you got a lifetime supply of it, what would it be?
Oh, lifetime supply.
Lifetime
Fucking
supply,
running
that
shoes,
makes a
mate.
big difference.
What type of
Sorry,
running
you,
shoes?
Jordan. Nah, I'm not gonna. I'll let you chime in as you will. It's a free world. Not really.
I said running shoes.
No, not at all, actually. Really?
Yeah, because I like running.
What? But you have to pick a brand though. You gotta be. It's
I'll
gotta
go
be
Nike. I'll go Nike because I've just read Shoe Dog.
Nice.
I wouldn't have gone Nike before, but since reading that book and the way he's created the company, it's just quite inspiring. Well, it's kind of inspiring, but it's also very real how he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good story. That's one.
Fuck. It's a lifetime supply of something.
You're not bound to 3, but I just kind of want to hear your thoughts.
I really don't know. A lifetime supply of... Does it have to be a product, or can I like try and game it?
I reckon you would have.
Well, now you piqued my curiosity, so you give me your answer and I'll tell you yes or no.
I was like, can I be sponsored by like an estate agent and just get houses?
No.
Fuck. Imagine that, a lifetime supply of houses. Is that just one house?
Well,
That's a lifetime supply, isn't
that's a
it?
good question.
What's the drug that gives you boners again? Keep trying to think of that.
Viagra.
That's what you have, John.
I wish, yeah. I've still never taken one.
Well, neither have I.
I've had one in my wallet for
got
5
Viagra.
years.
So you
5
do
years.
have a need for one, just not.
Yes,
reckon-
I just don't have sex. I don't get laid. So
I reckon just
Okay.
take it now.
no, the problem
Take it now.
the problem with that I realized with Viagra is that like you still need to find someone willing to have sex with you. Much harder than I thought.
Much harder than I thought. That's a good capture for Viagra.
Yeah, true. Oh, that should be Viagra's like catchphrase.
Yeah.
Much harder than I thought. I'll be writing that one down.
That's a good. Ethan, your turn.
I'm also going to think what you're thinking. George, just sing or something.
Yeah, we can cut this.
Sure.
No, we don't do any cutting.
Oh,
We are real.
guys.
No, we definitely have to because
We suck.
Ethan's incredibly racist. Got that one up.
Yeah, sorry, back to the question. Sorry.
What's he thinking, Jordan?
I still don't know. A product. I'm really not very I'm not much of a consumer.
Are you sure about that?
Coffee.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
coffee's good.
Use it every day. Constantly running out of it.
Just go down that subject.
Brings
coffee.
me joy.
I just watched a YouTube video on coffee and caffeine.
That'd be one of three. It doesn't have high economic value, I guess. Although over time it probably would, but it'd be a nice
In a
start.
similar vein, I feel like also maybe some meal prepping company, and they spot a lifetime supply of lunch, dinner, breakfast.
Oh,
That would save you so much money.
and plus it would be so convenient. And you can be super healthy.
Yeah, I actually I'm not gonna lie. My current work is actually very cushy for that. I fast till 11, and in Norway they have lunch at 11 for some reason.
How long have you been fasting for?
So I've usually, it depends. I get back from the gym. Varies from 7 to 8. So I'll be fasted from 8 till 11. So it's only 14-ish hours. But I just did that maths really quickly. It's probably incredibly wrong. And if the one person who listens to this is going to be that guy's retarded. But anyway, it's incredibly cushy.
As if you think I'd get this far without realising.
That's very true. No, but I get in I actually wake up at 10 because I'm a slob, and then I get in at I get in at 11.
Jesus.
Immediately go for lunch. Eat the lunch which is cooked by a chef. It's a proper meal every day. Then there's a salad bar there as well, and so I get a second bowl and I stock up the salad bar with really healthy shit, and then take it upstairs with a yogurt as well. And then, so I've eaten lunch, and then I'll have
breakfast?
and then I'll have coffee and stuff, and then I'll take the salad that I made home. No, and then I'll go down to the gym, which is under the office, and work out every day after work because it's just there. And then I'll get home and eat the free lunch, free dinner.
That's pretty good setup.
Yeah, so I just buy chicken bits to put in the salad. So I would say my spendings on all food, every single thing, coffee, food, everything, for my weekdays is £2 a day.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
I was thinking about this the other day.
Your wage is much higher.
The one company that I send most of my money to is Waitrose.
Yeah,
The one
sole food
company.
Yeah,
It's
because
kinda
I was
nuts.
just in terms of food alone, if I keep doing this, that's an added 10 grand, if not more, a year.
Yeah.
So it's I kind of have to take that into account, and gym membership.
Well, 200
have
quid
to
a
take
week,
all that into account.
Yeah.
It's probably 200 quid a week on food. So
Yeah, I mean, I still eat obviously on the weekends.
I'm about the same. 200 quid a week on food.
I'm about
I can
100,
spend
but that's
that.
because I eat out on the weekends.
Jesus, that is really good setup. So you've got your wage packet's much more than you think.
Yeah, it actually is. I do need to take that into consideration, especially the
And the gym.
For,
Jeez.
the gym, yeah, but especially for someone who is really not a morning person, to be able to wake up whenever I want, kind of,
Yeah.
What's your gym routine at the moment then?
I do upper, lower, splits. So Monday
Splits?
is.
Show us.
No. Do you know, I am trying to do more stretching. I am trying to do more stretching though.
Stretching's really good for you, apparently.
Yeah.
For your glands and your... What's it called? Your major
Your
gland?
ass.
Pineal gland?
Your
Pineal
anus.
gland. I don't know about that. Is it?
No, it's not.
Your
It's on the
pineal-
back of your
your-
head, isn't it?
It's in the front of your
I
head.
know that's
Yeah,
your
it's the
pineal
third
gland.
eye.
Your pineal gland's like your arsehole, isn't it?
No, the pineal gland's like a P-shaped gland in your brain that releases like.
Oh,
DMT
that's
and stuff.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
The one that you're thinking of, though, I think, is in the back of your head, right, George? Well, I can't think of the name of it. Get Jamie.
Yeah. Damn, we need to know these facts. What's the one in your arsehole?
Isn't that just your anal gland?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think it is.
Mm.
Your anal gland, your sphincter.
Oh, right. Interesting. Lovely.
Sounds like someone's Googled that before.
I have a loose esophageal sphincter.
No.
I do. I really do.
What's that?
You know, when I got the context, I like 6 months ago had really bad like GERD and shit, and I had to get a camera down my throat. Wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
And it's honestly the worst thing I've ever experienced. But it's like 2 minutes long. But during it, you're like, because there's no sedation or anything. And
Bloody hell.
and so they go down. So they get to the back of your throat first of all, and then you're just lying there, and they're like, okay, swallow. So then you have to swallow, and as you swallow, they then push it down your like opening as it opens.
What, all
And
the
they go
way
down-
down where?
Then they go down your esophagus, and this is like not
God.
tiny, by the way. It's like the thickness of like a thumb. And so then it goes down your esophagus
Jesus.
all the way down, and then you get to like your.
Do you feel it?
Oh yeah,
Do you
and then
like-
you get to like.
Oh my
You
God.
really do. It's honestly, it's the most disgusting thing
I
I've
don't
ever
get
experienced.
that.
But then you get to like the bottom of your esophagus, which is kind of like at the bottom of your the bottom of your sternum, and then there's the esophageal sphincter, which is like kind of looks like a pussy. It's meant to be closed, and it prevents the stomach acid from coming up your stomach into your esophagus and burning it, which like heartburn.
Oh,
and shit.
yeah. You used to get... Oh, you had a heartburn for a while, didn't you?
Acid reflux
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah, and so then, but they go through that, and then they pump air into your stomach to inflate your stomach, so they can look in there as well. So then they're in your stomach. You feel all of this. Then they go through the stomach down into the next like passageway, which is the top of your like colon and intestine. I didn't really know the fucking anatomy of your stomach, but they go deep as fuck. Like, honestly, it's the like third deepest deep throat I've ever done. No,
That's
like honestly, it was so shit.
fucking-
And
how long did
the
it
really
take?
weird. It's like 2 minutes, but it's like the worst 2 minutes. I was in like shock for like realistically like 5 seconds after he pulled it out. But when he pulled it out, just a little bit of sick just ran off. And like landed on my like shoulder, and a nurse came and wiped it off. You're like crying. You're fucking like. It's so bad.
Imagine if you had that filmed.
I know. Yeah, I do have a picture of my
I
loose
would love
sphincter.
to watch that. That's
So,
disgusting. So
yeah.
what happens now? What do you get for it?
Nothing. He just was like, "You got a loose sphincter, bro."
You're fucked, mate.
Yeah.
So you just still got
so-
heartburn and stuff then?
He actually said a lot of what I was experiencing might have been fucking. They always say this because I'm fucking mental, but like psycho, fucking like it's real because you're making it real in your brain, if you know what I mean.
Oh, really?
So like
That
at
makes
least
sense.
the nausea and stuff. But I did have scarring in my esophagus where the sphincter's loose because acid does come up. So I do have acid reflux, but it's just basically a healthier
It's
lifestyle, like eating better to prevent as much acid being made, not drinking as much. But like, I don't know, it might always just be a thing.
That's a mental story about your fucking loose, whatever it's called.
My loose sphincter, yeah.
Sphincter, yeah. I was
Esophageal
looking at
sphincter.
glands in the body whilst you were telling us that story actually on Google.
Did you find one that you were thinking of? Or was it the
Darren.
anal gland?
Bet it was the anal gland.
No. What's the thing in a man's asshole that's like the
Oh, the
G-spot?
prostate.
Is it the prostate? No, but it's like
Yeah.
something else. I swear it's called something else.
No, it's the prostate.
Let me think.
Maybe, yeah.
We need a Jamie.
It is. It's the prostate. The G spot on your ass is your prostate.
Okay, I believe you.
I'm going to go ahead and say, George, if this is what I'm going off on one, but you talking about the time that Goggins was talking about on the podcast where he stretches
Yeah.
his hamstrings out and it reduces the...
Yeah.
it's the lymphidia.
Ooh.
or lymphedema.
Isn't that your? Is it? Nah, surely. Nah, it's not that.
Lymphedema, apparently.
No, it's your lymph
Again,
node. Is it
I
like,
haven't
like
even
lymph
clicked on the
nodes?
article. I'm going just from the SERP result, but
No, but if it's a lymph node, people often refer to lymph nodes as glands. Think about it. People say you've got swollen glands.
Did you type in what Goggins said on the podcast?
that might be an easier way to get the result. That's why we needed
Yeah.
Jamie.
We must know. It's not linked to your arsehole though, I know that.
It's not linked to yours.
Nah,
It's
you never
linked to
know.
mine.
It's all
True.
connected. It's all connected.
I don't stretch, and it shows because I creak when I get out of bed.
I
Yeah.
stretch before every run. Well, just a little mobility.
Can you touch your toes?
Yes.
No, I found it. It's definitely this one. I recognise it straight away. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, but it's psoas muscle, tight psoas
Yeah.
muscle, and it's
Yeah.
PSOAS.
I think you pronounced it.
And it
right,
makes you
actually.
really stressed, right?
Whereabouts is it on your body?
Is it part of like the pelvic floor?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what I was trying to get to in some roundabout way.
Apparently, a lot of people have issues with their pelvic floors, but like both too tight or too loose. So it's like you shouldn't really try to treat it yourself, apparently.
Interesting.
And to get it diagnosed, you might need a finger in the bum. So win-win.
I need a diagnosis now.
Yeah.
The tightness was tricking him into being in a fight or flight response.
Yeah.
It creates the illusion that your body's under stress.
So that's why stretching's good.
It'd be kind of cool to be able to do the splits though, for some reason.
I wish I did stretch every day, to be fair.
Have you seen Wim Hof?
I've seen him in ice.
He can do. I'm pretty sure he can do the splits. He's a nutter.
Apparently, doing the splits is more about mind management than actually flexibility.
No,
Yeah.
actually, no. I think actually, again, hopefully no one's listening to this before a doctor just fucking shreds me to pieces. But I think actually,
I am a doctor.
no, I think that almost all we're actually like you can touch your toes. It's just that it's like a defense mechanism in the brain preventing you from going that far to prevent you from getting injured. But it's not that you can't do it. So
Oh,
you
yeah, that
could
makes
do the
sense.
splits.
Yeah, but
it's
you'd
not like
probably
you would
pull your
snap.
hamstring.
Yeah, but it's not as if you would snap and die. Like,
You sure?
yeah, I'm pretty sure most of it's in the brain.
Yeah.
I reckon you could do it.
Let's try it now.
But you would pull your hamstring.
Put us in the test. I've already tweaked my hamstring a little bit, so I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah, I reckon you
Sometimes,
could do
yes.
it, but you just go through the pain. It's like you probably could bite your finger off if you wanted to, but you wouldn't do it because your brain wouldn't let you.
That's true. When you
Bite into a finger, it's like biting into a carrot. Same sort of
Yeah, force.
I also think that I don't believe that actually.
I don't believe it either. I think that's someone told me once, and it's bloody
Yeah.
bullshit.
I
I think it was
heard
you
too.
actually that told me.
Jamie, find out for us.
No, but there's no way.
Get him to
that-
bite his finger.
There's no way that your like finger is as strong as a carrot. Like carrots aren't that strong.
And neither are fingers, to be
Is
fair.
it a cooked carrot or a raw carrot?
Pinky?
Nah, I reckon it could. Like, you could.
I think a pinky. I think
Nah.
a pinky you could go right through.
No, but I don't think
Do it.
if Ethan, if you held your pinky out and I just grabbed it and with the same force I can snap a carrot, I could rip your pinky in half. No way.
Not rip.
No way.
Not
Oh,
rip because
true.
you've got like tendons, tissue, etc. But to snap through the bone, which I think
Is that not all part of the
No,
pinky?
what happens if it's that way, though?
Is the pinky not comprised of tendons and skin and bone?
It depends what we were trying to prove in the first place, I guess. Was it to go?
Is it the pinky bone?
what
Are we
if you do it that
specifically
way?
saying the pinky bone?
Fucking bang.
It wouldn't snap off.
Bang,
It wouldn't
bang,
snap
bang.
off.
In rugby, in the scrum, people snap pinkies for fun.
Yeah, the bone would break, but your pinky wouldn't snap off.
I don't know about off. Yeah,
It wouldn't be off. It would just be the bone,
Like-
I reckon.
break in half.
Yeah, you
break
can
a carrot.
break your pinky,
It wouldn't
but,
break in
like-
the same way a carrot does because they don't have skins like we have skins and tissue.
Exactly, and people
Tissue.
say you could bite through a carrot like you could your pinky, and I don't believe that.
Yeah, it's a close one, but I reckon they're...
There's only one way for you to find this out, Jordan.
True. I'm sure we could Google it.
Go to your next door neighbours and just
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Google it.
go up to someone
Bear
in the
with.
street and just bite their finger and see what happens.
Sure.
See it on the front page.
Do you reckon if you went around asking strangers to try and bite your pinky off, you would get arrested?
How much do you reckon
you're not
it would
breaking the
take?
law, you're just being weird.
How much do you reckon it'll take?
How much to do it?
By someone else's or my own?
No, someone to bite your finger off.
A lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Like, a lot of money. Because especially, like, playing music and shit.
How much do you reckon insurance payout is?
From the middle of the pinky there, that middle knuckle.
So you just got a little nub.
Probably
So
better.
like just enough, just enough so it can't be rebuilt. It has to be nubbed.
Nubbed. Nubbed. That's a great word. Nubbed.
Do you reckon it would force you to get more creative, like, with how you do shit?
Yeah.
Or it'd just make you quit.
No, but I mean in general, like in life. The pinky, I guess it's not that important, but like, say if you didn't have a thumb, right, you'd, or even all your fingers, you would start to be pretty, like, creative in how you do stuff.
I'm going to butcher this again. We really need a professional Googler and a doctor on this podcast, but I'm pretty sure, like,
ChatGPT.
a large percentage of your strength that comes from your whole, I want to say arm, maybe forearm, a huge portion of your strength comes from your thumb. It could also be a pick, but I think it's your thumb.
As in, like, do you mean strength in just pure, like, muscular way, or do you mean, like, strength in terms of, like, the utility of your
it's
hand?
something to do with the way the tendons work all the way up your arm. But I don't know. It might also not be a thumb. There's 4 other fingers it could be.
No, but that makes sense. Thumbs are the fucking meatiest ones.
Yeah.
And they're definitely the most, like...
It could be a pinky, to be fair. It could actually be a pinky. I don't know.
Oh, hell no. It's not a pinky. I'm just imagining it now trying to, like, just take off a seatbelt using a pinky. I couldn't even push in the thing, I don't reckon.
What's the main purpose for a pinky?
Looks good.
Maybe grip? No, not so much grip. I don't think you'd do it if I grip.
To check your anal glands. Response here from Mental Floss. It's a question that's consumed TikTok where the arguing of biting a finger is as easy as crunching through a carrot. In reality, yes. You probably can devour your finger, but it's not comparable to chomping on a vegetable. It would take substantial commitment and searing pain.
Searing pain.
True.
Oh, shit. Fine, I won't do it.
Yeah, and then the next headline is finger food, which is pretty funny.
Do you know what? I deleted Instagram from the start of the year till like July, and how it's changed since I've been off it. It's so much more addictive.
Is it?
So much more addictive.
In what way?
Just like when you scroll down, you see the reels.
Oh, yeah, reels are, like, horribly addictive.
Like, they never used to be there. Like, at the start, I'm pretty sure they went there at the start of the year.
Well, reels even a thing at the start, yeah, I can't even remember.
I don't know, but, like, I just scroll down now, and I'm just lost for, like, 20 minutes.
YouTube has become just as bad.
Like, it's so much more addictive. So much more.
Yeah.
Since I've been
really
off
bad.
it. I went off it for, like, 6 months, came back, I was like, oh, my God.
I had to get one of these things here.
Oh, like a little phone lock?
Yeah, that's good,
brutal.
actually.
I find them absolutely brutal. I think in my nature I have like an addictive personality, and I find it very difficult to stem away from social media. I've had to delete it cold turkey.
I think I have to delete it again.
You might have an addictive personality, but I actually just think that, yeah, the algorithms are so finely tuned that every single... Do you know a single young person who isn't addicted to their phone? I wouldn't put the blame on you. I would put the blame on
social
the
media.
companies.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lie. I was testing my brain this morning, and I was scrolling, and I was getting dope. I could feel myself getting dopamine releases every time of day. I was like, oh, that's funny, and I'm like, have a little chuckle to myself. And then I scroll down. I'm like, how long until I get bored? And I just wasn't getting bored.
No. And I was thinking, like, I've thought this for a while now, that boredom, I think, is actually a very important feeling that we just... It doesn't exist anymore. No. It doesn't exist anymore. When was the last time...
When we were kids.
You guys haven't been your phone... I have... fucking hell. you guys haven't had social media for a while, so maybe it's different. But like, before
the first
that,
half of the year, really. I felt bored a bit, but I read.
Yeah, when was the last time you were seriously bored? Like, I remember as a kid being so bored I was in like physical pain. Like I would be walking around the house like, what the fuck is there to do? Like there is nothing.
We used to say that when we were growing up, Jordan. I remember I was walking around like, was so bored, and then our parents used to be like, why are you bored? You can go outside.
Yeah, and they'd be like, oh, well, do something. But like then that would force you to be creative. And like then you would like, I would make things, or you would paint, or you would like...
interact.
Or you just argue with your parents or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like you would... I think it's good for you. And I think that like a lot of like creativity and I guess just things problem solving probably, but just things that matter to us and matter for our development come as a result of boredom. And without boredom, we just waste our fucking time. Like we get these dopamine hits that feel good.
It's a clutch. It's become a clutch.
Do you say like evolution's going progressively and now it's going like deflationary or like rather than inflationary because of this?
Like devolution.
Yeah, well, apart from AI, I guess. But like it's for the humans, we're getting probably less intelligent. We're not going to have the next Einstein because obviously he was bored and he went off on certain subjects in depth. But now that we're so easily distracted, we're not going to get the next Einstein or whatever.
I think there will always be like
incredibly smart and innovative people. And now they've got the tools and resources to go deeper and further as well.
Yeah.
But do you think they're more distracted?
Einstein had a phone. Yeah. That's the battle that everyone's facing, isn't it? Like how
will you reach your potential and say like something?
No, that's what I do agree with. I think there's gonna be and already is a lot of wasted potential. And I even say that I don't think that I'm not comparing myself to like saying an Einstein or anything like that. I'm just saying for like the best version of myself, whatever that would be, I think I've already hindered that to some extent based on my addiction to social media and wasted time. If all the time I'd spent on my phone, I had been, I don't know, working out or building businesses or making songs or
making just connections,
doing anything. Yeah, socializing. Like I would be, like you would be in a better position. I would be a better version of myself than I currently am.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of wasted time and dopamine rushes to feed.
I think everyone has that battle as well, by the way, Jordan. Like, you're not alone. There's the reason I'd suggest as well. George is the same. That's why you're trying to delete it. That's the same with me. I noticed I've wasted tons of time on it. And I think the worst thing is that consciously, I want nothing to do with, like personally, I want nothing to do with these platforms. I don't want to spend an ounce more time on it. I've deleted them. I've blocked my sort of JavaScript within my phone. And yet I still, in some form, will use them because it's on the internet. So if you have access to the internet, you've got a way in. The worst one for me now is YouTube because I've blocked my JavaScript. I've shut down Instagram. I don't have the Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok app on my phone. But YouTube, you can't block the website. You can block the JavaScript so it doesn't play videos, but like it's so easy just to unblock that. And I do, even though consciously I know I don't want to go on that. I've deleted it.
But then I see YouTube's a tricky one because I believe it can also be a source of really good things.
It's so addictive. Yeah. And it's the same. It is the same problems. It's a great resource, but also if you're using 50% of it for a great resource and 50% of it to waste your time, I'm not sure it's a net benefit.
It's such a
It's true.
You can learn from books. You can learn from another platform that doesn't leverage these short form toxic videos.
You don't probably learn as quick.
It depends on people.
There's ways to sucker you in like that. It's like, are you missing out? Are you missing out on social interaction? Are you exposing yourself to people online to big your profile up, increasing your online connection, increasing your audience and your amount of connections you can have, and therefore increasing your own profile as well. Is that something we should be doing in this day and age?
What, just boosting? I kind of phased out.
Promoting yourself.
Depends if you want a business, if you want like
just in terms of like career, generating money, generating connections with other people. It's probably not the right type of connection, but it's probably the way the world's going as well, though, isn't it?
Yes, although there's
especially professionally.
yeah, there's also, I mean, professionally, yeah, but there's also the biggest kind of resistance I've seen against social media in ever. Most people that you speak to don't like it.
Do you think it's a hack professionally? Like, should I be using it to get my presence out there, to grow my popularity?
It depends what you want to like. Like, what are you? Are we talking in the career of accounting?
No, I'm just talking in like generally for anyone.
I don't think you can give general advice on that. I think like for an accountant, no, I don't think it will make that much of a difference. Sure, it could.
Well,
it could,
Jersey,
but LinkedIn,
yeah, for sure.
But LinkedIn is becoming
not even
Facebook.
LinkedIn, just being known in your local community.
You could do that through networking events, being seen at the. In fact, you'd probably get more credibility if you show up to the physical events than you do just these online things.
For sure. But growing
so it's not a necessity.
What about doing both? Say there's a competitor with me, and I wasn't doing the online stuff, where you can reach people 24/7, or I just go to the day-to-day, like the in-person stuff. They're gonna have an advantage.
Maybe, but it depends. I guess you have to make a choice. Is whatever potential career advancement it could offer worth whatever negative effects I'm going to experience in my social life or mental health or whatever?
It's a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, I don't want to be on these social media platforms, but I've had that thought of like, are people at more of an advantage than me because they're using it?
FOMO, drives deep into psychological behavior, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. You don't want to miss out. Like, I've definitely had a lot of that. Like, when you working in digital and dealing with so many channels, each of them evolve so fast. It's impossible to keep up with any one of them, let alone all of them at once. Then throw AI into the mix, and it's just insane.
Yeah, I mean, fear is a better motivator than motivation.
Positive reinforcement.
Well, yeah, that's why the algorithms on social media are promoting fear.
Yeah, they make you want to think you're missing out.
And even they're just like putting on like horrible things, so you scroll onto it or click onto it. And
that's like news articles.
The fear mongering, controlling the population.
I think the news has always followed that approach. It's what is it, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's one of the most fundamental ways to drive human behaviour is fear.
Oh yeah, it's evolutionary.
And the news have done it for.
Do you think the government do that?
Yeah, I think it's been done for ages.
Forever. Forever.
I just think that social media has just amplified it, made it faster.
I think it's more
efficient.
Do you think we're getting manipulated?
Yeah.
Well, by who? By who? That's the question.
Government.
I think yes.
Yeah, by everything. Like, in some way, every day you're being manipulated or you're manipulating. Like, everyone has
I suppose, yeah.
Everyone has an incentive or whatever.
But do you think people are manipulating the general population with purpose?
I don't know about as in, like, are they purposely manipulating people? Yeah, like, undeniably 100%. I don't even think that's a conspiracy. Just look at like propaganda. Let's say, don't want to get controversial, but like the Ukraine war, right? Like, of course it's really bad, but have you seen a single news article talking about it from Russia's side and what they believe?
No, but I have tried to go on the Russian news online. I can't really
exactly, but like, that's the point. Like, every story has at least two sides, right? Like, and we're only exposed to one.
Yeah, that's why I don't look at BBC. I remember when the Russian war came out and they were talking about it and stuff, I literally went on Russian news and I literally couldn't find anything because I wanted to know the other side. But it's so hard to find.
It's actually because I think when the Soviet Union fell, an agreement was signed between Russia and NATO that NATO wouldn't move a single inch closer from its current borders to
I know that
former Soviet borders, and it's edging closer and closer, and now it's actually bordering
Well,
Russia?
well, as soon as Ukraine are like saying like, yeah, we want to sign up to NATO, they're gonna be like, no, you didn't agree to this.
Yeah, but I mean, not UK, NATO have already pushed so far. They are bordering.
Yeah.
NATO does border.
That's
Russia.
my perspective. I think that's it. I think NATO's been too, like, intrusive.
And it doesn't give any right, obviously, for Russia to invade a foreign country.
No.
To like just because there's kind of not been an agreement, but it's like there's a side of a story there that we've never been told.
I wonder why they're doing it. Why?
I guess for that reason. You could think of it like, how would Russia, no, how would the US, let's just give an example, react to Russia, to Canada saying they want to join a military alliance with Russia? Would the US invade Canada and say you can't do that? Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing. Russia, Ukraine, a former Soviet state, being not invaded, fucking hell. But wanting to join NATO, which I believe they rightfully should be able to. Like, they're a free country, they should have the choice to be able to do what they want to do. But there is obviously Russia see that as a threat.
I'm not surprised, given that analogy you did about Canada. But do you reckon the military and all that will ever stop and people have these...
No.
It just sucks. Why not? It's just such a poor choice from humans.
It's not a choice. Like, we're...
Conditions. We're made to do it. They've always fought wars.
If I was say me and you were in charge of the world, we would fucking stop it. We would just be like, nah.
No, no one is in charge of the world, and that is one problem. But also, you will never prevent human fighting. Like, not even human, just in every single species, they fight.
Yeah. So sad.
You'll never get rid of that.
It's just we've got tanks and nukes and
we've
got nukes.
Harriers.
Fuck. Man, what?
Fuck, imagine if bears had nukes.
Imagine putting a nuke in a bear.
Whoa.
And it's running towards you.
Whoa.
And you're like, oh my god,
Oh, no.
death by bear. And then all of a sudden you just see white. Be quite nice actually if you think about it, because you probably wouldn't feel the white, but you would feel the bear.
Yeah.
Did you listen to Post Malone podcast?
Part of it.
Yeah. They were showing all like... Actually, no, it might not have been the Post Malone podcast. It was probably just one of those reels you get on Instagram. And they were talking about the bombs that they set off, and they're all fake to scare Russia kind of thing.
Do you know what is scary?
What?
The fact that you just mentioned that there's video out there of Post Malone talking about nuclear war. And it makes me think, that's such a random and insane thing to comprehend.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, why, how, but before you go into that, these long-form podcasts and, the video versions of them are putting so much data out there of people, what they speak, what they talk about, and they're so subject to, manipulation. Mm-hmm. And typically podcasts all seem to follow key topics as well.
Well, they follow
what people care about the most.
Yeah, the trending topics in the
world. Yeah, dangerous one is definitely war. So yeah, if you have multiple influential figures talking about war, and you're able to manipulate that using AI, that's a fast track way for a bear.
Yeah. That did happen, didn't it? I could be wrong, but didn't someone make a deep fake of Putin saying that he's launched 4 nukes at the US or something?
Yeah, dangerous.
Yeah, and it's like, what? Again, I'm taking this from a podcast, but you don't have much time to react if you're the US to a video going viral online of Putin saying he's just launched 4 nukes.
Send in the bears.
What? That fuck. That could be the cause of nuclear war. It could be AI. False.
Well, think about all the false shit that's going to be on the internet now. There's even on Instagram, when you scroll through, you see Joe Rogan freaking advertising pills and stuff, which he's not doing. That's just AI generated.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have
there's
thought
so much fake
Putin
stuff.
would have started World War III via Instagram stories.
But you know, one interesting concept is that people we see the world through like history books, right? Like we look at things like the Great Depression, or maybe that's not a great example, but the lead up to World War II, let's say, or I don't know, all these great fucking historical events. The people, and we say, how could they not see that this was happening or whatever? But the people in history, you don't experience, looking at everything in hindsight, you then write the history, right?
Yeah.
But in the moment, in the moment, it's not history. Like right now, we might have no idea that we're in the months leading up to nuclear war. But in hindsight, people would look at it and be like, oh, how these were all the signs, the stages that led to it.
Yeah.
But because we're in it, maybe we have no idea.
And by the way, I could probably
Can't predict the future,
3 or 4
right?
of those out the sky right now if we wanted to. Like, there's so many things that could lead to nuclear war.
Should we predict the future now? See if we're right. But then no one's gonna fucking find out, man.
Bears.
Oh, I don't know, man. Jesus. What was that thing they were saying? It could have been Mars. Mars could have been nuked. And it could have been a civilization. They say it's full of uranium or something.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
You're picking your nose?
No, I'm actually doing. I gently rub the tip of my nostrils to feel the nose hairs that poke out of them, and then I rip them out.
Interesting. I've got
I think I've done that before.
That I chuck in my nose and it
I also have one of those, but it's not charged, and
your finger is.
And my finger actually doesn't need to charge. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
God, crazy subjects, man.
I might be ready to wrap up because I have not had my dinner yet.
You haven't had your dinner yet? That's a bit
Bloody
silly.
10:15 in this hour.
I've been podcasting.
Mate, that's just silly.
That's just silly. Sorry, Mum.
If you were going to get a watch, just to restart a new conversation.
Just to not end the podcast.
If you're going to buy a watch under £5,000, what would it be?
Under 5,000?
I'm not so good at
I don't know
knowing
the cost.
prices of watches
Under
anymore.
50 grand.
Yeah, just say any watch.
Wait, under $5,000.
I'd get the Hulk Rolex,
Could you get an Omega Speed?
Is they're just out? Yeah, they're like $5.5 stars.
You couldn't get a Hulk for under $5,000.
That's what I want, though.
If I could have any watch, it would be AP Royal Oak.
I've not seen that. Pull it up, Jamie.
Jamie.
You have seen it. It's the nicest watch by far. It's like looks so industrial.
AP Royal Oak.
How much is that setting you back?
I think they're anywhere from like 15
Oh yeah,
to
you
like
have shown me that.
Yeah,
15 to like
do
100.
like the would you call it silhouette? That's what you call it in fashion, but I don't know if you call that in watches. Like the shape of the dial, and it's nice. I've seen a few different brands like using that style. It's nice. £15,000 though, it's a lot of money on a watch, isn't it?
Yeah, and it can rank up much more, I'm pretty sure.
Hulk Submariner, mate. That's the one.
Hulk Submariner.
Well, it's a Rolex Submariner, but yeah, it's the green one. That's also very expensive. I have no idea. I'm putting these numbers out my ass, but I reckon it's like between 20 and 30,000 maybe.
11 and 22,000, around $23,000.
It does look like, from afar, it does look like quite a normal watch. Do you know what I mean?
I guess that's just because I think
Like
the Rolex
AP's,
Submariner.
the structure of it is different to, like it has its own unique silhouette.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's because did I say AP Submariner? The Royal Oak. No, fuck me. The Rolex Submariner is just like the dive watch that all other watches kind of try to imitate.
Nice.
So that's why it kind of looks like a normal watch to you, I guess.
Nice.
I like the Speedmaster as well, though, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like the Speedmaster. I've looked at that. It's cool.
It's just a naughty one.
When I went to meet with some guys in London that I work with, one of the guys there had a Rolex Daytona, and it's worth like 50-something thousand pounds.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Should have taken it around. Be like, I quit.
In London as well to wear that. Yikes!
Yeah, that's actually very dumb.
That's mad.
But he's Canadian, so he probably thinks everyone's nice.
Yeah, true.
Question: when's the best time for Aaron to join, if he can? Because he fucking lives in Australia. Like, it's pretty
Yeah, I know.
impossible to do something like
It
this.
really is, unless it's a weekend.
What time on a weekend?
I guess it would have to be our mornings.
That's just not good. I'm pretty busy in the mornings.
I'm busy in the evenings on weekends.
Yeah, so
What are you
maybe
doing in the evenings?
What aren't I doing in the evenings? I'm joking, no, the music studio.
Uh,
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's fine.
When are you going to release all your stuff?
Don't know. No, I actually put that weird little acoustic one out just
Did you?
because why not? Yeah.
I like
like
it.
it won't be out for 2 weeks.
are you seeing more traction on your music these days, or is it?
Nah. I mean, considering I don't
Market it.
at all, then I guess so. Like if I go, let me check. So you know the weird. Wait, is this gonna cancel the voice recording? No. If I go to Spotify for artists, and then go.
I'm a follower.
Oh, I've got my bloody aeroplane mode on. Wait, let me do it on there. If I go.
Doing your lappy.
Spot. Yeah. So I was
Lappy
looking at this today. I was
top.
like, that's all right. I mean, it's not great, but it's all right. So on that house song, if I go music, songs, that sucker, then go last 12 months because it was released when I guess I can see. Yeah, it was released in April 27th.
This year.
Yeah. It's been added to 180 playlists.
Nice.
7,500 streams.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, being added to 180 playlists is more the good thing.
I was going to say, when I heard that, I was expecting more streams there, but maybe
Yeah.
that'll come in time.
It says the average stream per listener is 3.8. So,
Really good.
Nice.
but that's I haven't really done anything. You know,
How does it do that?
Do what?
it's just
Spotify,
playlists and that.
how does it,
No,
how does
we-
people just stumble upon it?
No, so we contacted playlists at the start
Right.
and got on maybe 12. So yeah, for literally maybe 1 day's work of promotion. That is.
Nice.
It was alright.
Well, just email
alright.
people.
I've seen some people getting pretty creative on social media as
I know.
startup musicians.
There's way better ways to do it. I don't have the motivation as much anymore. I don't care about being a artist. I really don't. I would like to be a songwriter, sure, but
Yeah.
I don't care for making creative videos and putting myself out there and being me, I'm an artist, go look at my new song. It's just I'll put it out there and whatever.
I wonder if there's a way for you now. I'm in a similar position now with my hats. I don't really want to start and run a fashion brand. It's it's so competitive. You need to really be just the same as music. You need to just be really flying at it. And you need a lot of funding as well. There's a lot of barriers to entry. But I wonder if there's ways we can pivot so that we can do something within the industry and with our industry knowledge and still earn money. That's kind of what I'm pursuing now, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think I've said this before, but actually my dream job is to be a songwriter. That's what I would want. I don't care about being an artist, as I said, but again, that
What
just
about
comes with a
producer as well?
whole. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm that good at producing to really do that, but songwriting maybe.
Songwriting would be a cool gig.
Yeah, it comes with a whole new set of challenges and obstacles to overcome, you know? So it's you can switch from selling hats to starting your own business, but then it's okay, what are the new hurdles I'm going to face? Because it's also not just easy.
No, definitely not.
But there's definitely things we could both do. I don't know, let's think about selling hats.
See, for me, I'm thinking I've got my website. they're one of the key point. Well, I'm doing the assignment on it basically, but I get a decent amount of traffic to my website. But I should really be trying to move them further down the funnel, collect some leads, and I'm earning ad revenue as well. So maybe just focusing on that, and then maybe bringing in an affiliate stream instead.
Yeah, because what's driving the traffic to your website? Is it blog posts?
Yeah.
Yeah, well then that should be what then you could affiliate link products and get, because people might be searching for, I don't know fucking fashion, but Nikes, and then all of a sudden you're sending them to Amazon through your website, and then you get a percentage of every purchase through Amazon. But then also, if you then have regular monthly listeners, then you'll get websites paying to be featured on the blog, not websites, products paying to be featured on the blog. I say, if you don't want to sell hats, you've done the work to get a website that's generating traffic, and you've gotten better at that over time. That's a skill, and if there's
definitely.
That's very monetizable.
Yeah, that's what I'm pursuing from now. I'm kind of pivoting a little bit. I'm going to do that.
So, like a fashion blog instead.
I'm writing a few blogs.
Really? But I need to implement short form video because it's just so OP.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I was struggling with that because I can't. It needs to be like, for me, I think for it to work, it's going to have to be faceless content. And then just getting creative enough to put that together there's ways to do it, but
I can do it. You can have me in my face. I don't mind being on camera, mate.
There you go.
I've got a beautiful face, actually. You could do it.
It's more than that as well, though. It's like you could do
it.
You need
do it.
You need a studio setup and shit like that, like proper setup and stuff like that for that. I just wouldn't. It doesn't interest me.
No, I was going to say, I think you're making excuses.
It doesn't really interest me.
That's the point. If you just don't want to do it, then that's fine.
Don't do it. Just keep writing your blogs. You don't need to stop thinking about
I do need to implement short form video in some form because it's just so.
Kind of pay an influencer to do it.
Yeah, that's one way, but again, it's money. I don't want to spend money.
Sometimes at the start, you just got to fork out if you want a dream.
Yeah, I know, but you're talking to someone that has invested money into it as well, and like I probably invested like I would say $3 or $4 grand into this business, and it gets to a point where it's like, okay, fine, I've probably made my money back, but do I really want to keep piling more money into this when I could?
Depends how bad you want it, really.
Other things.
I'm sure that you could find, like, influencer marketing's painful in terms of the money that they demand for a 10-second video, but I'm sure I'm sure you could find some micro influencers just on Fiverr or something who will chuck together 10 videos for you for £100 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, you need a system though, because I've had video content before. You need a system. It's the whole system. You need a whole system to monetize it efficiently.
I know, but like the point is, you need the
you do. You need
the content. Right. You need the content first, right? Like I know because where I work, obviously, when I was doing the influencer marketing, none of the actual influencers posting the videos made no return whatsoever. It was like a waste of money. But what drove all of the money, or the return on investment, was amplifying those videos. So when you're doing influencer marketing, a lot of the time you're paying for the face, not for you're not paying for their audience necessarily.
Yeah, you're kind of looking for the, like, in terms of like looks, do you mean?
No, it's just for content. You're literally paying for content, and then you boost that content.
How do you boost the content?
Yeah, you're right to some degree. You are right. Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm just saying where it's not even, it's like in the high 90% of all of the revenue comes from amplifying the content, not the content itself.
Can we do sportswear?
Yeah. That being said, like just amplifying content alone doesn't generate any revenue. You need an efficient system that.
Yeah, it needs to be trialed and tested on it. Yeah. Like, to be honest.
Yeah. Can we do sportswear just for the crack?
Not for the crack.
Nah, but I would love to.
I'd rather money.
Yeah, no, I would as well. But yeah, it's the sort of thing you don't just do for the crack. It's Yeah.
Oh, no, I might just like throw it out there.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think it's not. One, do you really want to fucking compete with Nike, Adidas, Gymshark?
Why
I
not?
don't. Why?
It's a massive market.
It's also heavily dominated.
Yeah, but you can't look at that. I don't think.
You have to look at everything.
It's what people wear all the time. Sportswear. People wear sportswear.
Yeah,
all
but
the time.
they always wear Nike, Reebok, Puma, Adidas, or Gymshark. Like, or there's a few, but
It's barriers to entry.
Think about how hard you're going to have to work to convince every single customer you make a purchase to buy your thing over a brand they recognize.
Oh, On have done it recently.
And they trust, they have affinity with, and all their favourite sports people are wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I think, a lot of it is, how many,
That's the
all of that
problem
I just mentioned. And along with that, they see it on the TV every week.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they switch on a footy game, they see that branding.
Yeah, it's been differentiation.
They don't even. They're so big that they don't even consider like any alternative. It's like if you need sports clothes,
You think Nike.
You think I'm going to go buy some Nikes. I'm going to go buy some Adidas. Like, how do you even attack a market?
Sometimes I don't even think sports clothes. I think night clothes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I need a new Nike t-shirt instead of I need a new top to run in.
Yeah. Well, On Running's just done is an up and coming brand and it's doing super well. But I think they've put in a massive capital investment. Like they're funding events for free. They're like not paying for ticket entry and stuff. But they're just obviously got a lot of cash. But they're just like. They're like absorbing the running attention at the moment.
That is what, like, at least that's kind of more specific than just sportswear. Like they're going for the running niche. Like
they don't just
Nike.
do running.
Oh, okay.
But they're definitely grabbing.
Even running is so broad as well.
No, it is. Like you're still competing with Nike running, Adidas running. Like it's still an insane market to go after. But I'm just saying, like maybe that's one reason they're seeing some success there because that's a market you can tailor to.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
A way to do it back in the day would have been before Nike got into skateboarding, doing like an athleisure, like niched brand in skateboarding before it got in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's true.
That would have been a good little market, but here we are.
We were kids as well.
Yeah. And again, just right place, right time. That is a huge benefit. But
we go like badminton or like something weird.
No, that's a way better idea. Like I don't want to do it, but it's a way better idea being like, let's make badminton clothes than let's make sportswear.
George, your best bet would be a running thing because you have some sort of authority within that space. Like you're a decent runner, but you would still need to sort of niche down into an area where
I could get jerseys.
You see something lacks and you can sort of fix a problem.
To be honest, I don't even know if you could just look at like manufacturing things and get something branded. But what in running do you like? Like, not like, what do you sometimes feel like you lack?
Running's simple, so you just need a pair of shoes.
Yeah, you're right. It is simple.
Yeah, but if you're tailoring towards elite runners, the more niche you can get.
Let's say long distance. Let's say long distance runners.
Long distance, like good runners.
Just good.
Is there like maybe
competitive?
Is there something? I mean, I'm sure this isn't, but just to like
just really good quality.
Ideas out there.
There's only a few brands that have really really good quality products.
Is there a product like socks, for instance, that wear too easy?
There's new ones coming out, but I think that's definitely something to look at. Like Nike running socks, not great. Like I wouldn't buy Nike running socks.
Yeah, it might not be good to compete with someone who's bringing new advanced technologies to something. If there's like something that's just simply missing, or not just them, in an area of the market which hasn't been branded yet. Like, is there maybe knee straps? If you need a running knee strap, do you just Google knee strap? Like, maybe there's space for a brand who specializes in knee straps for runners, and they're the knee strap you always see runners wear.
I don't really wear knee straps, so I don't know, but yeah, I think so. I mean,
Or if there's a common injury,
you can have a nice one.
Other
You
than
can have one
these.
that's really nice.
Yeah, that's a good point. That you can have like one that actually looks good, because athleisure is this new thing where, you know, you're not just running, you're looking fashionable while doing it.
Yeah, there's like, what do they say? Knee
But yeah,
pads?
you're right. The branded one that's in at the moment is that bright blue one that's pretty ugly. Like having one that's
Maybe you have
more...
one that's sleek and comfortable and breathable and waterproof, something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be really like, I don't know, it would grab attention, I think. Especially because people get injured all the time. And they look for stuff, oh, how can I get better and look good at the same time? Ankle stuff, knee stuff, calf stuff. Calf stuff's big. Achilles specific.
Because, like, let's be honest, I'm not a fucking runner, right? But, like, whenever I've had one of those injuries and I need a strap for my wrist or knee or whatever, I never think brand. I just go straight to the co-op or the pharmacy and buy whatever one I find.
Yeah, no, but people will Google knee strap.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there's totally, maybe, actually, I can't say totally. I have not looked into this at all. But there could be a market there for
I agree.
branded knee straps who become the authority on knee straps.
Probably, yeah.
Cause think like, you know, when you say, oh, I like Google it or whatever, like Ribena just means blackcurrant in the UK because it's so synonymous with blackcurrant. If there was a knee brand that was so
like Hoover
popular that it was just like, oh, I've got an injury, oh, chuck a George on it, you know?
Yeah. Imagine. That'd be sick.
Right, dinner time for me. I'm hungry. Good night.